Hey, we're live.
Are we?
I think so.
Okay, we're live now. Now we are live. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? What's going on? I feel like I should use a different light, and it's fine. Unless it's just me. Is it me, or is it the computer? Well, I mean, if I do that, we look a lot brighter.
Oh, okay.
So, hello. Happy Monday. Yay. Happy Monday. So, who we got on? We've got Bob, Richie, Taylor, History Hunting with Tom, Harold, Richard, Brian, Steve, Stormtrooper, James, Eric, Tammy, Bill, and Darren.
Is that like a day tripper? Stormtrooper?
Oh, is that? That makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
One-way driver, man.
Don't get me started singing. You do not want me to start singing.
6 Nations, Ontario, Canada.
Who what?
Stormtrooper from 6 Nations, Ontario, Canada.
Cool. Yes, it is finally time to go racing. Holly freaking about time. And I think last time I checked, the weather, compared to here, let's see here. The weather is supposed to snow. Do you know it's supposed to snow? It's supposed to snow right now. This is what we're dealing with. Snow. So it's 30 degrees here in Elizabethtown, but Georgetown this weekend is looking like 73 degrees on Friday. I better shave my legs.
Okay.
Woo!
All right.
But then Saturday drops to 56. So, but 70,
right. That's good. We need a drop in temperature for the big blocks on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
I like a slippery racetrack on Friday and a tacky racetrack on Saturday.
Well,
the opposite of what it always is.
You're asking for a lot. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got?
Steve says, "Hey Mike, thoughts on Bristol? What gear? What groove?" My thought is it's going to be less than 5. Oh, it's going to be like in the 4s, like 486 or something. I'm going to guess, and but that's just a wild guess. I don't know. I haven't been on the place.
Donald
just looks bigger
Minnesota.
than where we'd run a 515 or something, and the groove. I think we'll be lucky if we can run the wall, but. I'm going to guess it's the short way around.
How about we let you know after?
Who knows?
Yeah, we haven't been there yet. So, hello, Connor Hill. Good luck this season, guys. Thank you so much. So looking forward to it. Cody asked, will you guys be making a trip to Port Royal this year? Yeah, like next weekend, right? Which day is it? Do we go to Port first? Or we do Sealings Grove on the 20th, Port Royal on the 21st. So, highlight on your calendar.
This year we're making a trip to Port Royal this month.
Yeah.
And then again later on.
Yeah.
So
they had 72 cars practicing at Georgia. I believe it.
Oh, that many?
I believe it. I mean,
wow.
Is that counting like sportsmen, crates, big box, small box, the bomber cars, trucks, right?
Waylon says, thoughts on Kyle Larson winning yesterday. I didn't get to watch the race, but my mom texted me and told me that he won, and I think that's pretty cool. Long break from NASCAR, and then back on, and what's it, the 3rd race or so, and then he wins?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It just shows his talent. For those of you that don't know, we have a TV, but we don't actually get TV. Is that what they call it?
We could watch. I could use an app on my phone to watch the NASCAR race if I really wanted to.
But you were in the shop.
I was too busy.
You were in the shop working, and I was working, and I just saw, and that's all. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm happy for him. I think that's fantastic. It shows his talent, and nothing's gonna stop him. I'm all for it.
Both him and Christopher Bell winning Cup races this year already.
Huge.
Which is cool because they both have a lot of talent. Mm-hmm. And NASCAR doesn't always show the talent. but
no. But
surely is this year. I would
what
say.
I didn't come up with a funny one with this, but I'm sure someone has. Is as much as, although we run modifieds, but as much as the sprint car people, I'm sure really miss Kyle winning all the races. I think we're okay with him winning NASCAR.
Yeah, then somebody else can win the sprint car race.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
I know Cheryl said hi. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi,
We'll see you
Cheryl.
down at Georgetown. And my parents are down in Florida with
Still in Florida.
a couple of Garys.
Whatevs. Crossing our fingers, Jeffrey, that we will be at Cornwall this season. I sure as heck hope so. Can you guys write to whomever and just get your borders open already? Because it's been over a year. I really we're short tangent here. Canada and the US, we're both humans. Why are you it's like segregating countries. Let's be real. It just blows my mind. As if the Canadians are going to have a different virus and we're going to have a different virus, and can it really get much worse than COVID? So really, it's already hit here, it's hit there. So why don't we just open up the borders already and just share?
Yeah, I mean, especially since people are coming across for work anyway.
Yeah. So it's not fair.
It's not like it's 100%.
Well, I mean,
Anyway.
the vaccine too, the shots, like you can get it, but you can't get it. You, but no. And I'm just gonna stop on that. Someone else can add to that, but what is the best way to meet up with us at the racetrack? Mike, what do you got?
Come in before the driver's meeting.
And make sure we're not thrashing on the car.
Or
Mike never looks like he's bored, so.
Or right after the feature.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably be loading up and everything, but I mean, I'm usually not in that big of a hurry to leave.
I am.
So I don't mind chatting with people for a little bit, but once the driver's meeting, or actually probably about 15 or 20 minutes before the driver's meeting starts, I get a little anxious because it's everything's got to be done and ready before that. Because once you leave the driver's meeting, it's put your suit on, get in the car for hot laps, and then there's just go from then on.
Mm-hmm. So I would say once the car is unloaded to 15 minutes before the driver's meeting, and then between the driver's meeting and the feature, unless we're on a rain delay.
A little busy. Yeah.
Yes, but I do appreciate you asking. Yes, Breaker 19. We are coming to Port Royal on the 21st. Mike, are you bringing the small block and big block this weekend to Georgetown?
Yes, I am. Small block Friday, big block Saturday is the schedule.
Race Outlaw Speedway. I don't know if does Dayo have us going to Outlaw this year? Or does Dirt? Does anyone?
I don't know. I didn't actually notice.
I don't know if
we'll have to check. Have to double check
years
on that
ago. One. Yeah. Did you see that Dirt Bristol is coming to iRacing
tomorrow?
Really?
All right, Caleb. If I wasn't so busy getting ready to go race at Georgetown, I might get on, but probably have to wait till next week.
No, I'm gonna give you. You're probably gonna have to wait until November. There's no way you're gonna be iRacing.
At some point I'm getting on iRacing when there's dirt on Bristol before we go to dirt on Bristol.
Oh, you really think that
practicing on there means anything?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's actually going to be the real thing, but
it'll make you feel better.
But it'll make me feel like I tried to practice.
Okay.
If I went to Bristol and didn't even try to practice on iRacing when they have it on there, I would feel like I didn't try.
Okay. So Caleb, he'll be trying between now and then. So that's good to know.
He's going to have a setup built for whenever I get on.
Perfect.
The Digger Durgan setup.
Nice. Mike, if you wreck a car so bad that needs a clip, Do you do it in-house or do you send it back to who built it to get it fixed?
So we used to send them back for something like that. It seemed like such an extreme thing that you wanted to make sure your frame was perfect. When we were on torsion bars, it seemed like the frames had to be perfect or else like the car didn't work. Nowadays, if something got bent, wouldn't even shake a stick at cutting it off, welding a new one on, and right in the shop. Rich Lurkey's built this beautiful flat table we can set the chassis right on and get it nice and flat and lay everything out and get it perfect anyway. But I would just do it on jack stands and get it and do it and really not even worry about it.
Yeah. Jay Wolf, you are correct. It is on my calendar. Short Track Super Series North goes to Outlaw on May 18th. So I'm not really sure who's going to be following North Series, but hopefully we go.
Yeah.
We have attempts of chasing them all. So
the key is if you're going to do a clip on your car, you're going to need like some welding skills, obviously. But before that, you got to have some 6-inch cutoff wheels to get into those areas and cut it off nice and clean, and then grind it out down nice and flat so there's nothing left. And then Bicknell will sell you like the pieces already bird mouthed, ready to go on, and they'll fit right on with no problem. And I'm sure like HigFab and TO and PMC and all those guys will do that too. I haven't really experienced it with them, but most of the guys are getting their pieces of tubing like CNC cut, and they all fit. It's really easy.
Someone asked something about when we'll be at Lebanon Valley, and that will be on September 4th per the Super Dirt Car Series schedule. So that's when we'll be there. Someone else asked, William, how mad does Mike really get? I've only seen him lose his temper once. I can probably give you less than a handful of times I've ever seen Mike lose his temper. That's pretty damn good.
It's kind of like
probably once a week.
It's kind of like the deal where you contain your emotions.
Yeah, but you contain it like for a whole 2 years, and then you're like, frame.
And then at some point,
for about 5 seconds,
it's got to burst.
Where I'm I don't think I lose my temper often. Maybe.
Yeah, she does. When she's mad, she just goes.
Way to throw me under the rug.
She just goes off like right then and lets it out.
Yeah, I can't hold it as long as he can hold it. I don't think that is healthy.
It's not.
To hold it that long.
Not. I think it's you gotta express yourself.
Yes, and I do that quite often.
Mm-hmm.
No shame. Michael asked, was I ever missed motorsports? No. However, I have prepped. What did you call it? Prepping? I've prepped a few Miss Motorsports.
Oh, yeah.
In contention.
Like helped the girls.
Coach them. I coached.
Helped the
I'm
girls
a Miss
win.
Motorsports coach. How does that sound?
What was I think your most.
I think I've won 3.
You've won 3. As a coach?
As a coach, I've won 3. I'm pretty sure I've won 3.
Man,
I don't know what you'd call that.
Can you compare that to being a basketball coach or a cheerleading coach maybe?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Are there Miss Motorsports coaches out there? If there are or are not, I don't know. But no, I've never been a Miss Motorsports.
I got to judge the year before last.
Yeah,
I've yet to judge. The winner is the first ever to have it for 2 years. So
that is correct,
Andrea.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. Are there any more championship shirts left? Joe Coy is asking. Smalls and kid sizes. I was debating. I was debating on bringing them to Georgetown this weekend. But you tell me, do you have any kids or anyone that's a small? I'll bring them.
Come on. Outfit your kids.
Right? Dress them up. Are you going back to Sharon this year?
I don't think that's on the schedule, is it?
Mm-mm.
I also don't think Genesee Speedway is on the schedule.
Mm-mm. I saw more sail panel races. What about you? Says Larry.
Oh, he says he'd like to see more sail panel races.
I like them. I don't think Mike's a fan.
I like them sometimes, but I'd like a heads up because it takes time to build the sail panels and get them lettered to match your car. One thing I hate is people just putting blank sail panels on top of the wrap, and it you know what I mean, like cuts half of your sponsor off. Like, here, you gotta
make them pretty and plan accordingly.
Yeah, but people are like, well, I'm only going to use this for one race, so they just throw them on.
Okay, y'all are throwing me.
They look cool when they're lettered up. Yes. The sail panels look good.
I think they look awesome, and people that are not Modified fans are like, "What are those big walls?" Whatever.
They make the cars faster.
I think they look cool. I like them, but to each their own. And Super Dirty 63 threw me under the bus. You are correct. If you would like me to completely read the schedule from now until November, I can. May 31st, you are correct. We go to Lebanon Valley. So I was wrong. It's not September. There is a September and a May race. So we will be there. If there are any other tracks, please ask, and I will skim the full calendar. Oh, no. I hit a button. Are you going to race? And do you like to race?
What is that? Where is this?
Mike, are you going race? And you doing like to race?
Sure, Taylor. Yeah. I'm going race and I like race. Oh, that's funny.
Heather says, I could use a small kid t-shirt that's on the website. Yes. Thank you, Heather. They should be on the website. If not, just message me and we should get it. But I'm pretty sure they should be online. Whatever I have left is on my website. And guess what? Oh, hello to my Canadian friends. Even though we have smalls and kid sizes left, I figured out how to ship you to Canada.
Nice.
I'm a little late, but I figured it out. It took me all of Sunday, but I got to figure it out.
Outlaw Blitz asked if we're going to Accord for the Battle of the Bull Ring. Please tell me when it is. I can't remember all these dates. But
you keep reading.
But I'm sure I'm probably going if it's on the Short Track Super Series schedule.
Short Track is purple. Oh, Accord Speedway, May 11th, Battle of the Bull Ring. There's your answer.
Oh, cool. All right.
I color organized in case anyone ever wondered. So that's how we do it. Okay, for both. Jake, pick okay to both. For Sealands Grove and Port. Pick 2. Mac and cheese meatball sandwiches, Swedish meatballs, or cake again. Ooh.
Like to bring?
Mac and cheese meatball sandwich? That sounds pretty good. But that cake was really good too. Mike just got really excited. Can you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever had mac and cheese meatball sandwiches, so I think I should try it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn down an opportunity to try something new here. So
he won't turn down food, period. So let's be real.
Well, yeah, but especially something new.
You just made his day.
Yeah, thanks, Jake.
Sadly, no Super Dirt Car Series races at Fulton this year. I don't think they're even at Brewerton either, are they? I think they pulled last year.
I don't know. I mean, it could change.
We kind of go month by month.
I'm gonna tell you this: the schedules for everything are probably going to be like TBA for quite some time because there's a lot of them that are gonna have to change. Gonna have to adapt to whatever rules and regulations change as we go.
Darren Wolf says, when is the last time Modifieds raced the Grove? Can't remember when it was. But I see them there again. Actually, I think it was the first year we started dating. So, do you remember when that was?
Oh, no. But I remember going.
I remember hitting the wall and
going to the Grove, breaking the steering box, climbing the wall, coming down.
Yeah, that was good.
Changing the steering. Alex changed the steering box on his head, and we ran the feature, finished 9th. In
case anyone's wondering, that was in 2016. You're welcome.
Good math.
Do you remember the method of how long we've been together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I just subtract. So
Yeah.
Yep. We have someone from Mississippi. How you doing? Question, would you race on a road course? Dirt. And Mandee, would you do a powder puff race? I have. However, we have Mike you haven't done road course, have you?
Did a little testing, but no races.
When Dad did the road course at New Jersey Motorsports Park. It wasn't dirt, it was asphalt. But I think the problem, like the cars are set up to turn left. And the way with the motor and the fuel and
for example, here's a great example.
We're not built to do that.
Just like when we're at Airborne, you exit off of turn 2 on the top of the banking and you turn right.
Mm-hmm.
When I would be racing at Airborne and go to exit the track, and as soon as I turned right, the oil pressure would drop in the car because it had a wet sump oil pan, and all of the little fixture that sucks the oil and is only on the right side. It doesn't have one on the left, so when you turn right, it loses suction. So, and then our dry sump oil pans are the same way. They only have all the scavenges on the right side and the front. So for road course racing, it doesn't really work. Lose oil.
Ooh, that's my fun question. Sparkle Shimmy Cupcake Sparkle. Please never change your name. Every time. I just love saying it. After hot laps, why do they put an insulated blanket on the motor? What are you doing? Insulated blanket on the motor. And I took notice when I was at Lincoln Speedway, they put an insulated blanket on and started to tighten the headers.
All right. So Mandee likes to put a blanket on the race car to keep it warm.
Yes. Keep it nice and toasty.
That's the way she treats it like it's an animal. But yeah, it helps keep the heat in that is there. So that by the time you go out for your next session, there's still a little heat in it and it's quicker to get up to temperature. The warm temperature is good for the motor because all the clearances change inside due to temperature. And when they're cold, they're not ready to be twisting 8,000 RPMs and all those parts moving so fast. So, and then you're saying that they tighten the headers. If you just drop the motor in and you put the headers on, the gaskets seem to shrink once they get warm. So you gotta always check the bolts for the headers because they need to be tightened after the first run. Because a lot of times you'll see that they're loose.
Patrick has a good question. Do you ever get nervous waiting for heat, especially big races? If so, what do you do to keep yourself in check? I mean, are you asking me? Or are you asking him? Oh, you can answer because I'm sure it's for you.
Waiting for heat?
Yeah.
If you mean heat,
I'm assuming
like heat in the engines for a sprint car, no, because that's very relaxing. It's just like we're just starting the motor. We're gonna get it warm.
I'm just gonna assume heat.
But heat races, definitely. Especially if you draw bad at these draw races and you gotta start in the back and you gotta get to a certain spot to qualify.
Pray for us this weekend.
It's makes you so anxious. Time trials make you anxious because if you don't time trial well, you're gonna start in the back of the heat and you gotta get to a certain spot to qualify. Same thing. It's always about that, like getting that spot. But once you qualify, it seems like pressure's off. Like now you can just get down to business and do the best you can, get the best finish you can. But it all depends on the track and how confident you are. I mean, there's certain tracks where where you show up and it's like, I'm going to time trial fastest. I know I am because I'm good here. And then there's places where you go and you don't have a clue what you're going to do because you don't have any experience. So experiences changes all that once you get some laps. Like, for example, like last year, racing at Malta every week on Fridays. When the series race came to Malta, it wasn't like we were nervous about heat races there because it's just another heat race at Malta. We're doing this every week,
Bristol, that might be a different.
Bristol would be different because you're gonna show up and be like, what is this? Nobody has a clue. So I think most of the drivers would be a little bit nervous before their time trial or heat race there.
James asks, any dates scheduled for Grandview Speedway? I do have all of the Thunder on the Hill shows on our calendar. Mainly because my brother will probably be there. But this is how it works. How I schedule, because we coincide calendars here. I have a calendar. Billy sends me his schedule for the year ahead. I put it in. He's an orange, and then I put short track, and then I put dirt, and then we're gonna put Mike's weekly schedule in there, and then fit Dad's in there, and basically it just lets us know what is available at all times. Like hypothetically saying, because someone just asked, John Doe, what up, John Doe? What would you do if you had a conflict with a super dirt car race, short track race, and a regular track with tight points race? Which would you choose? Perfect example is we're kind of in the boonies up here, but if one track rains out or gets canceled ahead of time, hopefully we have what we need and we can go to the next place. But I would say to that answer is if there are conflicts, it depends on our package, our sponsors, where our people want to go, and what our best options are. Like if we're running for points somewhere and there's like a contention, we're obviously going to stay there. But
yeah, oftentimes when the season starts, you just try to make all of them, and then when you get to that date where there's a conflict, you make a decision that day or that week, based off of how you're doing in either series and who wants you to go where, and by who I mean like the people that pay your bills.
Yeah.
And
we could go everywhere we wanted to, we would.
Or how expensive is this race going to be here versus here? Or what's the purse, that kind of thing. Absolutely. There's differences in all of them. And if we could, I'd like to be able to run all of the series. But typically there's always a conflict somewhere. But some years you get lucky with rain out or something like that makes it work.
I always remember when Bridgeport and New Egypt would be, when they both ran big blocks, like their packages were the same, and one would rain out and we'd be like, who's gonna come today, like who's gonna show up? But it doesn't seem like you can really do that, at least not up around here. But someone asked, do you guys stir ice cream when it's in a dish?
I do not.
I do.
You like it all mushed up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm good with it.
As long as there's like toppings, I mix it all together.
See, I try to eat it fast before it melts. She just lets it melt. I
like it slurpy.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
Whatever. How about a Mandee Pauch calendar with all the races posted where you will be?
That'd be sweet.
I know. People have mentioned
I've always wanted that just so that I can know where the races are.
But again,
it's hard. I'm a visual person. If you tell me, May 15th we're going here, I still need to see it on the calendar to know what day of the week it's on. And, it just helps me picture everything.
But it's not set in stone is my problem with creating a calendar.
That is the problem, yeah, because then you got to cross it out, change it.
Because who asked that? Tammy, we could say, hey, we are going to Georgetown Speedway this weekend, but God forbid something happens or some better race pops up and you go to Georgetown and you're like, but not saying you would say that, Tammy, but your calendar said.
Yeah. However, years ago we did a little digital calendar off Google on my website, which worked good because, as you could see, Mandee has all of the dates color coordinated in her phone on Google. So there was a link that was posted on my website that had all of the dates, and you could update them from your phone, which was kind of neat. But that also has a lot of glitches that are hard to fix every time.
Okay, so Jake said no mac and cheese or meatball sandwich. Jake, I thought for sure you were coming up with mac and cheese meatball sandwich.
Oh, I'd never heard of that. So that makes more sense.
Yeah.
What would you pick?
You know what I'd pick.
You're going to pick mac and cheese.
Yeah, and you would pick the meatball sandwich.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's go with what Mandee wants because that's what I like to do.
You're so sweet. Jake, just do the meatball sandwich. It's fine.
Or do the mac and cheese. That would be fine too.
They're running 600 micros at Middletown this year? What? Did you know that?
Micro 6, yeah, because they're making a small track for slingshots and micros on the backstretch at Middletown.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I'm really behind on the questions. Whoa. I'm sorry, guys.
Larry asked, Mike, do you run your gauges so they all point the same direction? I don't. I'm okay if I get in a car that they do all point up or something like that. It's cool. You twist the face of the gauge so that the optimal pressure or temperature is straight up and down. And then if they fluctuate, you can see if they're off a little bit. Like it's very, you can just glance down and see that they're off. I don't do that. I just put them, straight. Because I don't know. I just do. But
here we go. Patrick asks, why do sprints have to do heat in the motors and modifies don't?
Well, the sprints don't have starters. So they can't start their motors in the pits and get them warm, where the mods can just start our motors in the pits and get them warm.
Yeah, we do put heat in motors before they go out.
Oh, yeah, we do.
But we don't have
to get pushed around the track to do it. We can just start them up at the trailer. That's the reason.
Michael says, I chew ice cubes to keep me calm before I go out. You might try that. It works.
See, for me, I just like to stay busy on the race car. Like if I'm checking stuff on the car to make sure it's right and going around and double checking everything, that takes my mind off any nervousness that I have. Mm-hmm. If everything's done on the race car, I actually end up a little more nervous.
I know.
Because I have nothing to do to keep me busy. But if I'm doing something to keep me busy and especially on the race car, because then I'm going, okay, I've double checked this, triple checked this, everything's good on the car, we're good to go. Then I feel good when we go out. Just for me, it's just being a little bit busy is good.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey said, thank you so much for your videos. They are so informative and give us a bird's eye view of what it's like in a modified. Thanks for all the time and effort you guys put into promoting sport. So sweet of you. I'm glad you're enjoying us.
Michael says, make a video on how you groove tires and grind them before the start of the year so I can learn how to. Okay. Did we do one of those?
I feel like we did. I feel like we did.
Double check on YouTube and look it up because I think we did a little bit of grooving and grinding.
Did Billy do that one?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, look up. I think when you go on my channel, you can actually search words. If anything, it would probably be under the For Racers by Racers album. So I would check that for sure. In case anyone realized, I actually have albums created like specifically for your needs. Yes, I did do that. I just lost a lot. Here we go.
Dylan says we should do new t-shirts for this year.
Well, actually, your artwork is in the works for
I'm so excited to
Wednesday.
See it. Am I going to get to see it before it prints, or are you just going to send it?
I always show you. So those are in the works. Mike and Dad's, and fingers crossed that we will have them in time for the Bridgeport 2-day show. Okay, just a few more questions because we're definitely over time, but you know what?
A little overtime's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But we are waiting to eat dinner.
Yeah.
So, gotta eat.
No! There's a comment. John Doe, maybe you could have your own rained out account and send texts to 1 million people all at once where you are going. So,
like rained-out.com.
Yeah,
you get the automatic text.
I like
cool.
the theory. However, John Doe, if you are subscribed to our newsletter, hint, hint, every month, at the beginning of the month, I tell you exactly where I'm going for the month ahead. So you will be able to plan out your whole month. And then now, if you went on to, obviously, Mike's, Dad's, Billy's, all their racing Facebook pages.
We don't do that, but she will tell you. So sign up for the newsletter.
So basically, but what I did today, if I have a Facebook page set up just for my YouTube, my racing stuff. I have a personal and then my Facebook business one. Go on that every Monday. Basically, at the beginning of every week, I'm going to tell you exactly where we are going. And I say we as in me because that's who you're going to see racing that weekend. So, yep.
Cheryl's bringing cookies this weekend.
Holla.
That's exciting.
Good.
Thanks. I haven't had a cookie in a while.
It's because I don't bake. We just have ice cream.
It's okay. Have some this weekend.
I like Doug's thinking. Okay, someone needs to put mac and cheese on a meatball sub and solve the situation.
Eventually, we got to try it.
Seriously. So who annoys the neighbors more, Mandee or Mike? Honestly, there's a fence in between all of us, so I have no idea.
They don't. I don't think they can hear us.
I hope they can hear us.
Yeah, there's a fence. We're good.
Well, Kathy likes Tammy's idea of selling a calendar. Well, Kathy, I mean, you create a calendar for us with everyone's birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays, and Hanukkah, and all that. So, I mean, we'll just designate that to Kathy.
All right.
Mom, get on that. Oh, gosh. John Doe says we won an hour show. Well, you see now. Cookies go right to my behind. Sorry, there could be children watching, so it's PG. Okay. Anything else you want to say, babe?
They keep asking if we're going to Ashweekend Speedway on July 5th. I would love to if the border is open. That is the
May,
question.
June, July. It's on our calendar.
Yeah, it's on the calendar, but
it's also
currently we can't go there.
What is Independence Day observed? That's new. There's Independence Day and then there's Independence Day observed. What is that? Do you know what that is?
I don't know.
What is that? That's what my calendar is.
I don't know what you're saying.
It's the day after Independence Day, and you observe Independence Day. Has everyone heard of such a thing?
Charles asked, "Is this our last show for the season? Or are we doing next week?"
Well, as of now, why are you making me look like I'm a bad person?
I don't know. I'm up for it. Whatever. I don't care.
Now you're making me look like a bad person because I said no because today's the last.
Oh, so this is the last show?
Yes.
Well, it's been nice knowing you guys. It's been real
My
fun.
plan
Thank you for coming on. We'll see you again real soon at one of these things.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind it, but I just know it's going to get busy. So I may as well just cut the umbilical cord now. Just kidding. I love you guys. But no, my plan is moving forward. No, I like the weekly live being in the wintertime because you're going to get a lot from us.
Now today you did a little live yourself at lunchtime. You think you'll continue doing that?
Were you here 5 seconds ago when I said that?
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Okay.
All right. What did you say? Are you going to do it?
Yes.
Okay. So just start tuning in to Mandee at lunch and she can tell you about what's going on.
Yeah. So
sorry, I wasn't
on the Facebook page because that's just where it's going to be now. So I'm not saying it's going to be a sit down like this, but listen, hey, if y'all put in your requests and you really, really want us to keep coming back, fine. That's great. Just let me know. But I just didn't want us to be tied down to something and then everyone being like, well, you haven't been on in 3 weeks.
Well, how about we just pop in when we have time?
I like that.
Sounds
good. Is that okay with you guys? I don't want to say I'm terrible with commitment, but I am. It's a problem. It's a problem I have. Just kidding.
Wow. Okay.
Well. Anyways, broken hearts. I know. So yeah, let us know. I mean, how about make sure you follow my Facebook page and I will pop in, say that Monday, and I say, hey, pop up. We're going to go live tonight. Or if you don't see anything, we're not going to go live. But if you do see something, we are going to go live. That seems pretty simple, right?
Pretty much.
Right, I think?
It's good.
Okay, I love you guys.
JD Johnson feels like he's been dumped.
Sorry.
It's okay. It'll all get better.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, guys. It's been awesome. We'll go racing this weekend, and we'll let you know how we do, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, so I said it in my Facebook Live earlier that no one was listening to, but it's fine. Just kidding. You watched it. Jeez Louise. Like I said, we'll be down in Georgetown on Friday and Saturday, so you'll be getting videos preferably Saturday, Sunday. With that being said, you can subscribe to Flow Racing. Go do it if you are not subscribed already. And you can catch all the action live, and then you can catch the behind the scenes the following day. Now, I personally, unfortunately, Verizon does not get the best service in Delaware at the racetrack, but I'm hoping that Deo, which he said he would hook me up with some Wi-Fi, and I'm hoping it works. So I'm sure that'll just be a wonderful Saturday for me, but it's fine. So with that being said, subscribe to Flow Racing, subscribe to the newsletter, subscribe to everything else. We love you. We hope you have an amazing week, and hopefully we will see you at the races this weekend.
See ya.
Everyone.